All for our today's special value. Go and grab those rollers you've been watching all day, perhaps thinking all day, and you're gonna regret it when you wake up tomorrow still thinking about them and they're gone or the price is higher. So last call, last call. But now let's talk about hairspray, one of my favorite things to talk about actually. And this is called Flex Spray from Maria's Embellish line. You get a duo that should have been $52 is yours instead for $36. Final quantities of the year. I'm gonna let Maria just start demonstrating because the power of this hairspray is you can spray and style at the same time. And if you're on the phone lines grabbing the last few that remain in our today's special value, a little trick. Sometimes we spray the section of hair with Flex Spray before we put our roller in, especially if you are like leaving your house for an all-day event, be it work or a wedding. That's a little trick. All right, Miss Maria McCool, final quantities of the year, big discount, and I know it's one of your personal favorite hairsprays.
This is my personal favorite. This is my go-to. I use it daily because it's different than normal hairsprays because it's a liquid. If you're someone like me who's been in the business now for 40 years, you will remember how we were so committed to our non-aerosols because what we could do with them. So I decided to create a formula that wasn't so harsh as those ones we used to use back in the day. But why? Because when you're using a non-aerosol, not only, I mean, I could just use this as a nice strong hold right now, misting her hair, but what I can really do is I can create with this. Ooh. Because it's not an aerosol, I can literally, I am going to just completely change her style because I can manipulate the hair. I'm gonna come a little bit forward with that.
And a reminder, this is a hairspray. So when we were playing and manipulating the hair earlier, that wasn't a locking system.
Right.
This is styling and locking.
Right.
Sounds like a dance, style and lock.
You could use this after that, but the other thing too, it is the best product that you will ever use to set your hair with as well. So in other words, if you were going to use, if you got the today's special value.
Last call for the today's special value. The rollers are back finally at a huge discount that saved you 30.
Right. Every time you go to roll a section, if you're somebody whose hair really collapses or it's really long and heavy like my daughter Michaela's, we spray the section and then put the roller in. Okay. But watch what I'm going to do with her short hair with this. This is where I was telling you how you can really create. Literally, I can take my hands as I little bit mist and change this short. Okay. Yeah. Is that adorable?
I swear, Maria's products, they all are transformers. Watch this hair change.
I mean, come on. Look at how cute that is just by taking this short haircut. But because I can use the Flex Spray. Now, granted, this is spray, so it's gonna hold. She's done. But also, when you're working with, the reason why we developed this way too is when you go into the winter and you really experience static.
Oh, the wind and the static. Yes.
The static is coming from the dryness of the aerosol that comes out, that can happen. This is a liquid, so it's completely different. It has moisture in it. So when I was saying this is kind of my go-to right now, it's because this time of year, I find that my hair, you know, if I'm wearing a hat or whatever the case, I definitely
look how cute your hair is getting. Yes.
I love it because I can like really, between the rollers and with, you know, the long rollers, which we use this time.
Yeah, last call on our TSV.
Yeah.
At this point, we're busy on the phone lines for Flex Spray. We have fewer than 1,400 to go around. If you just want to switch things up, it's always fun to play with your beauty routine. I mean, I love a good Calista aerosol hairspray, don't get me wrong. But the idea of this pump, first of all, I feel like it gets more direct. It's not spraying the entire hair. And I really, really suggest coupling it with the last remaining quantities of our today's special value.
See that I just created? See that? Watch, we're going to do it on this side. Just by lifting her up. I mean, for those of you who really, see how I can literally, I can decide exactly where it's going because it's so nice, it's even, and it's direct. And I can just create so much volume into the hair. Now, here's the other thing. For those of you with the today's special value, one of the girls here asked me about the today's special value. She said her hair never takes a curl.
Oh, really? Then she definitely needs to get on the phone line for that today's special value.
So you do the Flex Spray like this, mist it, and then go ahead and put your roller in, the roller that you already had. That's really gonna give you curl that will go until you shampoo your hair.
And here's what's going on, we're running out of product. So fewer than 1,000 in the Flex Spray, the Duo. Remember, the Duo should be $52. You pay $36. And then I'm just going to grab our today's special value because it is last call. I need everybody on the phone lines now. Don't worry about what length of hair you have. As long as you have some sort of bob, shoulder length, or long hair, you need to get these. They are $30 less today. Every time they've ever been on air, they've sold out. And we are now last call on the day that gives you the discount with fewer than 400 to go around. You get 12. Each roller has its own little heated unit. You get 12